keep on stepping now, y'all. Keep on stepping. Check it out. Hey, baby, what you doing tonight? I'm really in the mood to make it right. Been working so hard to pay the bills. Haven't had time to
That said, Dalen. Do I pronounce it right, Dalen? Dylan. Y'all help me with that, Dylan. You ready? You ready to say it? Roll call. Roll call.
Asking.
Point of
We
information.
need to compromise.
What's your point?
Point of information. If they don't get 5 votes, or we don't get 5 votes to send it back, then they come with a motion to pass it. That's a different vote than sending it back.
That's an improper point of information. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Isn't it, Ms. Winfrey Carter? Look, point of order.
What's your point?
Ms. Herkenroder, I'm talking to Ms. Winfrey Carter. We've been talking 4 years before you got here.
Mr.
Your
Mays,
little
that's not
caveats and trying to discredit me in the middle of my business politically, I wish you would cut the crap.
Okay, Mr. Mays, that's an improper point of
Point
order.
of order. You say it's improper, I'll ask for an appeal, but you need to leave me alone. I ain't studying what you're talking about.
Is there an appeal?
And to answer Councilman Mays' question,
We better take a look at this. Mr. Murphy, did you want the floor?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, Amanda, are you saying that?
Quick.
Yeah, Ms. Herkenroder.
So according to my tracking, we're still in round 1 of discussion, and Mr. Murphy has already spoken.
Yeah, Ms. Herkenroder, if you want the flow, go ahead. But see, that's why I call them goofy rules.
Yeah, I do want the floor.
You can have it. Mr. Murphy will wait. That's what I did. I let him have it when I had called up. That's how we roll. But I just want to go ahead, Ms. Herkenroder.
So
you got
I
the
just-
floor. Hold on a minute, Mr. Murphy. Go ahead, Ms. Herkenroder. Yes, you may.
So I do just want to.
See, that wasn't
Excuse me, I'm talking.
No, excuse me. I was letting Miss Liddell Lewis be
So like I was
excused.
saying-
Hold up. Point of order. You're not going to check me. Miss Liddell Lewis was in the newspaper because she didn't know the rule about asking to be excused. And I don't want her in the newspaper. And you ain't going to just talk to me any kind of way in this public arena. So I'm going to point of order you. Excuse you. And then you deal with it a certain way, because if you continue to try to talk and act a certain way toward me, I'm going to highlight it. Continue. You got the floor.
Okay, so like I was saying, and hearing a lot of the concerns and having similar
Ms.
concerns.
Herkenroder, if you can't see all of what's going on behind you, be careful how you talk to me, because I go to Trippin.
And I would prefer to use our ARPA dollars, not have them tied up, and use them on something else, like more police, tarps on roofs, or other ways that we have all discussed on spending funds.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I find your constant obsession and discussion about Facebook really petty.
Point of order. I find that you being on Facebook should be against the rules
Madam
during
Chair,
the meeting.
Madam Chair, were you not texting with people during the meeting? Shall we discuss that? Did you not say I was?
I'm going to address this since you asked me a question.
Point of order.
What's your point of order?
It is outside of the council's rules to be able to be engaging in back-to-back discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is my meeting, Mrs. Herkenroder.
I
Please
agree
go
with
ahead.
her, so I
Finish
appeal
up.
your decision if you're ruling against her.
I didn't hear you. Could you speak?
Are
into
you
the
ruling against Ms. Herkenroder?
mic? She made a statement.
No, she said point of order and said it was against the rules to go back and forth. So I'd like your ruling.
I'm going to agree with her because it is the rules, but now proceed.
Thank you. Is
you.
this going to be 5 years of you don't like what someone says, you don't like that person, so you're just going to discuss it and try to intimidate and bully?
Point of
Because
information.
What's your point of information,
Through
Councilman
you to
Mays?
Ms. Worthing, why do you always accuse us and others of bullying? Just say disagree. Black folks ain't always bullies.
oh,
Black folks ain't always bullies.
oh. I'm just going to state this for the record. A post by Ms. Burns on Facebook said I was incapable of running. It was a jab at
Point
my
of
weight.
order. Point of information. That's not what my statement said. I'm not going to get back into this.
For Juneteenth, it ain't just the fact of the taxes. When I saw him come up here, and I'm like, Michael Davis, the place right there on Martin Luther King has been sitting for years.
Point of information.
What's your point?
Do you know I said a similar thing when I seen you hit that council seat? Quincy Murphy.
It's an improper point, Mr. Mays.
I just think he get a kick out of cutting me off. Anyways, so
Mr. President,
Yes.
my second point of order was he's over here harassing Mr. Murphy, trying to provoke him, asking him what he want to do.
Point of order. After you rule on that one.
So I'm unaware of it, so I don't know the interaction.
I just told you. I just told you.
Point of order.
What's your point?
I'm going to tell you what happened. He told me after the meeting. I don't deal with him after the meeting at home in the street. So if somebody tells me you listen and indulge her after the meeting, I take it as a threat. And will file a complaint now. This is the third time he's implied or did something.
When Ms. Burns asked me, you're talking to me? See, I don't provoke people. But that's not what I do.
What's your point?
She's inaccurate. That's not what she said. Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
Well, I will tell the truth and pay my taxes at the same time.
Okay.
So anyway.
You live in Maryland, so I guess you feel.
As I wrap up.
With your fake
Councilwoman Burns,
marriage.
you're out of order.
Fake marriage.
Yeah, everybody know your little business and
Councilwoman-
how you get. I'm leaving. Because you know what?
Councilwoman
She's-
Burns, please. Please.
I mean, say what you want to. And I'm just gonna leave that there. But I just know that my taxes and my water bills are paid. So I'm not here to throw jabs at my fellow colleague. I'm just here to implore you, let's do the business of the city. If you're a senior council person, act like it. And I mean, and if you are really serious about representing your ward, I just don't know what else to add. I mean, I'm staying so we can vote, but we're wasting my time. My son had to be at school early in the morning because I have custody of him. So let's go ahead and get the business done because we're wasting time.
Point of information.
People went.
What's your point?
You know, I'm not going to allow her to try to make a jab, and she does it. Who has a custody problem? Through you, Mr. Who has a custody problem?
Oh, I didn't say anybody had a custody problem.
Because that was a lie that was put on Facebook.
Ma'am, would you just tend to the 6th ward?
I'm also taking care of your 2nd ward because you don't answer your phone.
Ms. Burns?
This is a person who's saying stick with the business instead of taking jab at folk. We intelligent. We know what when you're talking about us, can you stick with the business?
In closing.
So we very serious. It ain't a game, Miss Liddell Lewis.
It's Dr. Liddell Lewis.
It wasn't a game with Murdoch. It ain't a game with him.
Mr. Mays, you do not have the floor. That is improper point of information.
Oh, it's going to be a public safety issue in a minute.
Dr. Lewis.
They have no confidence in our governmental system. Why? Because I love every one of you. Tanya, I know you personally. I know you, Councilman Murphy. Our church is in your district. Liddell, I know you. I've seen you, Sister Judy, I've seen you a lot of times. I've been up here. But I'm tired of you all fighting. I'm tired of you fussing with each other. Let's come together as one. Let's work to bring this city. When I came up here from Houston, Texas, I asked my husband in 2001, I said to him, Bishop, where's the ghetto? He said, oh, we got one. I said, please show it to me. He took me to Flint Housing. I know my time is gone, but I need you to hear this. He said he took me to Flint Housing. And I'm looking at him and I'm saying, if the people in Houston had houses like this, they'd be happy. Well, today, it doesn't matter because now you have a ghetto.
I think we need to move forward. We need some decent and order in this council meetings. They are too long. There are a particular council dominating the meeting. We don't get a chance to speak. When we do want to speak and take the floor, every time somebody say I, a, whatever, that person got something to say and have us hostage up in this meeting.
Yes, people will buck up against me if I say the sky is blue. Oh no, it's got some clouds in it. I'm used to it. I'll be voting to postpone it till we can go over the rules as a whole, not two people. And even though, Mr. Murphy, you agree with the changes the two people made, that's you. I don't view the world like you do.
Thank you, Councilman Mays.
Thank you for the time running out.
This is the second round. Anyone who would like to speak in the second, Councilwoman Herkenroder. You have the floor.
That takes us down to presentation of minutes. There is none for this meeting, correct?
That's correct.
Public hearing, there is none, correct?
That is correct.
So that takes us to public speaking. Dylan, right? Yes. Can you say first public speaker, Madam Clerk? Point of order, whose point? Go ahead.
We just voted to discuss the water settlement information before public.
You're 100% right. Me and Dylan up there, I done got us a point of order call. You're 100% right, Vice President. Mr. Murphy said, Mr. Murphy, the floor is yours.
Mr. Murphy, the floor is yours.
Okay.
Yes. Murphy.
Thank you
have
very
the floor,
much.
sir.
And let me give you guys one of this quote that my mother, Deborah Murphy, always told me that goes in my head. And to you, Councilman Mays, I need you to hear this. She always told me, it ain't what people say about you that matter, it's what you respond to. So you can say whatever you want to say about Councilman Murphy. You didn't put me in this position, and I just want you to know that. And not only do
Point of information. Do you think your mother...
Councilman Mays, hold on, let me give you the floor. What is your point of
My
information?
point of information, do you think your mother was saying I shouldn't respond to you or you shouldn't respond to me?
Please proceed, Councilman Murphy.
Thank you very much. Again, the voters put me here. When I ran for office, I did not look for your advice to help me get in this position. Not only did I not ask for your assistance to put me in the seats, when you asked that I want to be on a committee, I declined. And I declined for a reason, because I feel you are not a role model for me. You do not represent what I want to look like. Matter of fact, you represent what I don't want to be like. Why you think, and you keep bringing my name up and you keep poking, but you ain't gonna get nowhere. So I'm here to let you know I'm here to stay. I'm here for the 5 years, so you can do whatever you want to. You don't scare, or I don't have no fear in me about you.
Point of information.
What's your point of information?
And
Mr.
can I
Mays?
keep bringing that illegal literature that was mailed out on your behalf up? Can I continue to do that?
Please continue, Councilman
He
Murphy.
are abusing his rule, his
to take the floor.
seat to take the floor, so that he can. When he was speaking, I did not cut him off. I allowed him to say whatever he wanted to say about me. So you keep on, but what I am here to do, and I'm a pledge to this community, I'm here to get the work done. I'm not gonna let this man get me to that level where me and him going back and forth. Y'all already know what kind of guy he is. So I'm here to do.
And I'm gonna speak majority. I'm not gonna speak and throw everybody under the bus, because folks is throwing me under the bus. Led by Ms. Worthy, their senior council person. Remember, I'm a liar. Here we go.
Point of order.
Dr. Lewis.
So it is what it is. And for those listening out there in YouTube and TV land, those here in this chambers, I'm very serious about the business of the city. And I'm very serious about the department heads, personalities, and members of this council. May God bless the residents of the city of Flint, and may God bless us who controls these dollars, millions of dollars, to do the right thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Priestley, then Mr. Murphy.